Howdy folks, in this video we're going to go through the very much not awesome process of getting ourselves registered on the Canada Revenue Agency online portal for an individual account. It's not something that I like doing, that's why I've put it off for so long, because like all bureaucratic website, it's a little bit of a pain in the behind. But anyway, eventually you're kind of going to have to do it, because for me right now, I have to file my second tax return. I want to file it online, and the only way I can file it online, or when I file it online, I need my net file access code, and I can only get my net file access code from the Canada Revenue Agency online portal personal account, as far as I can ascertain. So now I need to register for this account. Now, the first thing I got to tell you is that you cannot register for this account until you have filed your first tax return, which means that when we arrived in Canada, it was in January 2021, I could not register for the online account in the whole of 2021, because what they need is they ask for, it's a little bit silly, but in any case, in order to verify your identity, they ask you to input something from your first tax return that you filed. So if you have not filed a tax return in Canada, it means you cannot verify your identity to actually sign up for your online portal. So I had to wait until after I filed my tax returns, which was in April 2022. And then, you know what, I actually didn't have much of a need to go through the process and to actually put myself through this whole thing. But in any case, so now we are in April 2023, and I need to file my next tax return, and now I need to do this. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to head on over to the Canada Revenue Agency sign-in page. I'll put the link down in the description, so don't worry about trying to read the URL. What you're going to do is you're going to scroll down, look for My Account, because we want to register for a personal revenue agency account. Click on My Account. My Account for individuals. You're welcome to read what this is all about. I'm just going to scroll down to over here, option 2, using a CRA user and ID password. I have not tried the provincial partner or sign-on partners. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to just go here, using a CRA user ID and password. Now, obviously, I can't sign in since I don't have it yet. I'm going to click on CRA register. That will open the next page where I have to enter my social insurance number. So I'm just going to enter my social insurance number, and then I'm going to click next. That's going to take me to the next screen where I have to enter some other information, like my postal code first, then my date of birth, which I just select from the drop downs. Here we go. All right, and here it is. The reason why you cannot open an online account if you don't have a tax return filed, because they ask you for some random information from your previous year's tax return. They randomly select a line, and you have to put the amount from that line into this form. Right, and we click next and register for this account, or not. Error 0.018. Let's try again and see what it's all about. Okay, so I know what it could be. Our postal code have changed because we moved. So let's have a quick look here. Yeah. All right. Yep. Right. There it is. If your mailing address changed, it is important that we have your new mailing address on file. You must contact us to give us your new address before you can continue with this process. So that means when my first return was filed, I lived at another address. So that's the address they have on file, and my current address is not the right one. All right, let's just fix that then. So let's get out of here, go back in there and try our old zip code. Let's put that in. And there we go. All right, then enter our date of birth again. Got that. Enter the line from our previous tax return again. There we go. and select next. Right, they're going to mail us something in the next 5 to 10 days, the code, so let's do that. Oh, but we don't want it to mail it to this address since this is not our current address. Let's just say no, because surely we should be able to change our address then. Let's do that. Oh, verification process cancelled. Okay, so if you select no there, then it kicks you out of the process. Okay, so it turns out that you cannot use your old zip code to register and then say, no, it's not my zip code, I want to change. It's not going to allow you to change your address online. It just kicks you out of the registration process, so you cannot register. That takes us to the next level. We now need to call the CRA to do the registration or to do the change of address, because you cannot do your change of address online without an online portal, and you cannot register online without the correct address being on file. So it's a little bit of a catch-22 there. So let's do it. Let's just call the CRA. All right, so let's just click on the Contact Us link and go to the CRA Contact Us page. And what are we looking for? There you go. Change address or details. We want to change our personal address. There we are. Continue. Right, this takes us to this page where we can sign into my account, which is something we can't do because we don't have an address. So let's change our address by phone. All right, what do we need? There's everything we need, our insurance number, full name, and there's a phone number. Let's call them.
Individual Tax Inquiry Service. Pour le service en français, faites le 2. Please choose one of the following 5 options. For online services, including unlocking my account, press 1. For forms or publications, press 2. For registered plans or the tax-free savings account, press 3. For information about your tax return, your account balance, or how to make a payment, press 4. For COVID-19 benefit inquiries, to report suspected fraud or identity theft, or to update your personal information, press 5. If you believe your personal tax information has been compromised, or if you want to report suspected identity theft, press 1. To update your personal information, such as address or direct deposit, press 2. If you are calling to set up or change your direct deposit information, you can now sign up for CRA direct deposit through many financial institutions. For more information, go to canada.ca/CRA-direct-deposit or your financial institution's website. To repeat this message, press star. To return to the main menu, press pound, or stay on the line to speak with an agent. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line as we transfer you to an agent. Would you like to provide your feedback about today's experience using our telephone service? If you agree to participate, please stay on the line once you have completed your call with the agent. If you would like to participate in this survey, press 1. If not, press 0. Please hold. You will be connected to the next available agent as soon as possible. Please be advised that some of our agents use cell phones when responding to inquiries, which may present risks. By remaining on the line, you are consenting to proceed with the call. You may also choose to explore other ways to contact us, such as my account. If you are calling to discuss specific details about your account or the account of a client, you will need to provide the social insurance number and personal information from the tax account, such as the address on file and amounts reported on a recent tax return. To help us answer your request more quickly, please enter the 9 digits representing your social insurance number. If you're calling for general information that does not require the agent to access an account, please stay on the line.
So I enter my social insurance number with the phone keypad, and then they read it back to me to make sure that we have the right one or that I entered it correctly. It's a bit of a process, but let's carry on.
9. If this is correct, press 1. Please hold. Your request is being processed. Please note that your call, including any time spent on hold, may be recorded for quality assurance, verification, and security purposes. Please be respectful while speaking with a representative. Abusive or aggressive language and behavior will not be tolerated. We celebrate the diversity of our agents across Canada who are working hard to help individuals and businesses. We appreciate your patience. Your estimated wait time is between 1 hour and 1.5 hours. Are you interested in applying for the new Canada Dental Benefit? The easiest way to apply is through CRA My Account. You won't need to wait to speak with an agent. Once you have applied, you will also be able to use My Account to check the status of your payment. Go to canada.ca/my-CRA-account. Please hold. An agent will be with you as soon as possible.
All right, so I'm not doing that. I'm not going to wait on the phone for an hour and a half to update my address. Now, the main reason why they need the correct address is because they are actually going to mail me a access code that gives me full access to my online service. And luckily, we have mail forwarding at our previous address, so any mail that goes there will automatically come here. So if they mail the address to my previous, or they mail the access code to my previous address, it will get to me. So that's the reason I'm just going to take a shortcut and just use my old zip code. Okay, so we're going to shut it down and go right back to the registration process. We wait for a few seconds. We enter our social security number. Let's find it again. Here we go. Click next. Use our old zip code for the registration. And then we are going to enter our date of birth again. And we are going, this time they've got a different line from our previous tax return. So we're going to enter the number from there. We click next and we click next again. And then over here, we then going to confirm that that is our current postal code, which, you know, technically it's not. All right, so let's put our user ID in. We just got to select a user ID. I'm just going to give my name. There we go. And then we got to select a password. Now, no special characters. You know that you normally are supposed to have special characters in your password. Not in this one. You can only have dots, dashes, and underscores and apostrophes. So no pound signs, dollar signs, or anything else. Okay, so let's pick a nice long password. That's going to be very hard to remember. Enter it at the top. There we go. Confirm it at the bottom. Alrighty-o, both passwords match. That's a good one. And we're going to click next. Alright, and here we are. Now we're going to choose security questions. So they give you a bunch of options. You have to choose 5 security questions. You have to make sure it's something that you're going to remember, because if you don't, you're going to struggle to sign in. So you just go through that, go and select a question and put an answer in. Since I'm obviously not going to show you my security questions, I'm just going to cut that bit out. And they give you this review where you can review your security questions, and then we click on next. So over here, it's just terms and conditions. You can read through it, but you have to accept it. I would assume that the Canada Revenue Agency is not going to roll you over. So we're just going to accept it. And there we go. Now we have to set up multi-factor authentication to keep our account secure. Now, multi-factor authentication is where they send you a message to your phone. So I'm just going to use the telephone because I'm not sure about this password grid. And to do that, we need to add our phone number. So let's do that. It's a cellular number. There we go. And then we're going to confirm the phone number as well. And add that. And that is it. We want it in English. next. Cool, now they've sent a code to the phone number, or click text me so they can send a code to the phone number. Let's see if there's codes here. Okay, there we go. We've got a code. We enter the code in there, and we are just going to set it off so we don't have to put it in for the next 8 hours, because we might be signing in and out a couple of times. All right, next. There we go. A security measure. We will mail your CRA security code to your address on record. So in 8 to 10 working days, the new account will arrive there. Once again, we go through the terms and conditions, and you can't do anything but agree if you want an online account. So let's just agree. And here we are. We now have a online portal account. It's limited until you get that personal identification code that comes to you via mail, but at least we can access our previous year tax return, so we can get the code that we need in order to file this year's tax return.